Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. What Aryna Sabalenka has previously said about Coco Gauff's new coach is very interesting. Coco Gauff has made a big decision to do something that Aryna Sabalenka once did by hiring a biomechanical coach. Gauff has struggled on serve throughout the North American hardcourt swing, with her latest defeat coming against Jasmine Paolini at the Cincinnati Open. Following this, Gauff has decided to part ways with her coach Matt Daly after working together for less than a year. As she looks to prepare for the U.S. Open, Gauff has now been spotted practicing alongside Sabalenka's former technique coach. How Gavin McMillan helped Aryna Sabalenka fix her serving woes. Serving issues are not exclusive to Gauff, and they are something that Sabalenka also heavily struggled with at the start of the 2022 season. Sabalenka has admitted she nearly quit tennis due to these serving issues that saw her hit over 20 double faults in some matches. As a result of these issues, Sabalenka hired Gavin McMillan, who specializes in the biomechanical approach to serving. McMillan vastly helped improve Sabalenka's serve, helping her win 3 Grand Slam titles with his changes. When speaking in a press conference at the Australian Open earlier this year, Sabalenka explained how McMillan helped her. "When I look back, I think someone was just forcing me to try something else to improve my serve, because my serve right now is much better," said Sabalenka. "Even before that situation happened with my serve, I was serving pretty well, but right now, looking back, it wasn't enough for winning a Grand Slam. At the end, I'm super happy that happened to me, and I was able to reach out to Gavin McMillan, a performance specialist. We worked on the biomechanics, and we improved my serve so much. To answer the question how I was able to get out from that situation, I don't know. Honestly, we tried so many things. You know, at some point you just have to step back, and you have to realize a lot of things in life. You come to the point when you understand that tennis is just tennis. There's bigger things in life. You just have to try your best. I don't know, go through it. You just have to go out there without any fear of losing the match or facing the same struggle one more time. I just have so much love for this sport, and I was just like, keep trying, keep trying. Finally, I found a way. I improved my serve, and I was able to achieve so many things." This is not the only time that Sabalenka has praised McMillan for his work, going more into the technical specifics at the Wuhan Open last year. "Before I was trying to overrush things, try to run to the ball, meet it earlier, but in my case, I have to actually wait for the shot and wait for the right moment to actually hit the forehand, to make that rotation, which gives me much more power and control on the shot. I mean, probably I'm not the best one to explain in English what I mean. You can talk more to Gavin. He can explain you a bit more in details." The shot that Gavin McMillan said helped Aryna Sabalenka win her first Grand Slam. McMillan has also spoken about how he made changes to Sabalenka's game, and it is not just the serve that he can help improve. Alongside her serve, Gauff's forehand has also been a big talking point throughout her career, and when talking to Performance Plus Tennis, McMillan claimed the improvements in Sabalenka's forehand helped her win the 2023 Australian Open final. The footwork wasn't right, but it was linear, so everything was really back and forward, McMillan said about Sabalenka's forehand in 2024. "She wasn't getting her arm coiled. She wasn't getting the racket head vertical enough times. When the racket's vertical, the hand can roll around the wrist, the forearm rolls around the elbow, and the humerus rotates around the shoulder and whips out. With contact, she's really gotten a lot better coming around the ball as opposed to driving it, because otherwise you're actually decelerating. Now the arm can accelerate." In the 2023 Australian Open final against Aryna Sabalenka, the forehand was the difference. A heavy, deep forehand that you know you can make under pressure and puts pressure on the opponent. That's the shot that wins tournaments. It's not the freaky Carlos Alcaraz winners that he's so capable of, but what he does to you extraordinarily well is puts you under pressure with your basic rally shot, what you know you can make when it matters. Gauff has already won 2 major titles, and she will be hoping that McMillan can make similar improvements to her game like he did with Sabalenka. After being overtaken by Cincinnati Open champion Iga Swiatek in the WTA rankings, Gauff will be the 3rd seed at the U.S. Open this year. Shifting lines, Sabalenka's remark and the ripple of resilience. In the theater of Grand Slam tennis, few moments linger like the interplay of emotion and elite performance. When Aryna Sabalenka, fresh from a bruising encounter with Coco Gauff in the 2025 French Open final, spoke about Gauff's new coach, it echoed more than opinion. It echoed empathy, evolution, and ambition. A few months earlier, a subtle headline appeared. With Aryna Sabalenka as example, Coco Gauff's new team addition earned star coach's support. Sabalenka's comments weren't critiques, but bridges. She recognized Gauff's struggles, double faults, an issue Sabalenka knew intimately. Having once wrestled with her own serve mechanics, Aryna empathized with that downward spiral. In a gesture laden with understanding, she said Gauff merely needed to fix her serve to ascend, and that once she did, she could be the world's best. "I've been there," Sabalenka seemed to whisper across the net. "I know that place of frustration, and I also know the freedom that follows repair." The Tennis Gazette. It was a moment of grace, elite athlete to elite athlete, acknowledging that excellence sometimes begins with technical correction and continues with mental fortitude. Fast forward to June 7th, 2025, the French Open final. Sabalenka, world number 1, succumbed to Gauff in one of the most emotionally charged matches of the year. Yet, in her post-match thoughts, she deflected credit. She said, "She won the match not because she played incredible. I made all of those mistakes." The 70 unforced errors, nearly double Gauff's, became the focal point of dialogue, eclipsing Gauff's composed performance. The Sun, AP News, Sportskita, SI. Some saw arrogance. Others saw raw honesty. But most felt the wound of loss. Then came the apology, a redemption arc of its own. Sabalenka called her comments completely unprofessional, admitted her emotions clouded her judgment, and expressed regret. She personally messaged Gauff, telling her she absolutely deserved to win the tournament, and had her respect. People.com, Reuters, The Indian Express, Sky Sports. By late June, at Wimbledon, the tension was behind them. Sabalenka said, "We've always been really good with Coco. I didn't really want to offend her. Emotions got the better of me. I just completely lost it." And publicly, they even danced together in a shared TikTok, two champions bearing the line of conflict and reaffirming connection. Tennis majors. India Today. The layers behind the words. Generous rivalry. Sabalenka's words about Gauff's serve weren't judgment. They were a mirror. She saw Gauff in the optics of her own past. It was sportsmanship masked in technical insight. The Tennis Gazette. The pain of losing gracefully. Humble as it seemed, saying, "It was my own errors still undercut the victor." In that moment, Sabalenka isn't rude. She's raw, wounded, and searching for meaning amid defeat. Sportskita. The Sun. Public accountability. The apology wasn't just a PR move. It felt human. She owned the lapse, expressed regret, and reaffirmed values of respect, qualities that deepen her narrative beyond trophies. People.com. Sky Sports. Reconciliation in motion. The dance. Two women, one moment, showing the beauty that can follow friction. It wasn't just a mood shift. It was a lesson in letting go, letting grow. Tennis majors. A creative render. Sabalenka's reflection. If Aryna were to articulate the full arc today, perhaps she'd say, "I recognized Coco's serve was faltering, and that stayed with me when she hired a team to fix it. I've been that player. I've been the one walking off court, knowing the racket left points behind. In that recognition, I saw a champion rising. So when she beat me in Paris, yes, the tape told a lopsided story of errors, but I neglected the truth of her strength. I let frustration rewrite the play. Saying it was all my mistakes wasn't honesty. It was fear. When I apologized, I found clarity. It's not weak to say sorry, it's honest. We're athletes, yes, but we're humans before that. Emotions will flood, especially on the biggest stage. What matters is whether they take you out or drive you forward." Standing at Wimbledon, dancing with Coco, I realized this rivalry, full of fire and friction, is also full of possibility. Let's not just be competitors. Let's be models of growth, of respect. That's the future I want to play for. Final thoughts. Sabalenka's trajectory through these comments reflects a compelling continuum: empathy, ego, error, education, and evolution. Her initial insight into Gauff's serve became empathy. Her post-final outburst became a cautionary tale. Her apology and reconciliation became an exemplar of sportsmanship. In a world that often prizes perfection, Sabalenka reminds us of the beauty in imperfection, in being wrong, in saying sorry, and in growing. Criticism, after all, doesn't have to be sharp, it can be soulful. And respect, once restored, can even blossom into kinship.